Hello sports fans, welcome to Hands-On Games, special presentation of History Maker Baseball. We are coming to you tonight from Jack Murphy Stadium in San Diego for an exhibition game between the third annual Fall Classic Pre-PLAAY History Maker Baseball card set featuring teams representing Denver and Milwaukee. Representing the visiting team from Denver. Leading off, we have Fran Larkin at shortstop. Steve Tower, a semi-gold first baseman, batting second. John Howell in right field, batting third. Bill Blair at third base, a semi-iron third baseman, but a home run king, batting cleanup. Batting fifth, we have Wayne Anderson in left field, a gold-rated left fielder. Kevin Schwab, slugger and catcher for the team from Denver. Brian Wojtowicz, a gold-rated second baseman. David Lipinski will be batting eighth. He's your gold-rated center fielder. And finally, batting ninth and pitching, your semi-ace, Jack Christensen. On the bench, available for the visiting team, Dan Rudolph, who plays outfield and catcher. Lenny LaFrance, who is a relief pitcher and a utility fielder. And finally, George Adams, one heck of a bat coming off the bench. In the bullpen, the team has Brian Aronov available, Tim Plum of PT Sports fame, and finally, your closer, ace, star, double control icon, Keith Avalone. And now for the home team representing Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Leading off, Art Campana, second base. Russ Bednarik, first base. Batting third, yours truly, Al Wilson, gold catcher. Travis, I don't want your stinking veggie leftovers, Jansen, is batting cleanup and playing a semi-gold third base. Michael Owens is batting fifth in left field. Ed Meek batting sixth in right field. Roger Rickman, semi-gold center fielder. Robert Hansen, shortstop, gold. And finally, pitching tonight and batting in the number 9 spot, payoff pitches own game designer, Joe Bryan. On the bench, available for the team from Milwaukee, Ken Main, a relief pitcher and utility fielder, John Lowe, designated hitter, and Danny McLovin-McCubbin, outfielder and catcher. In the bullpen, we have Joe Petrofassi, ace, Charlie Ciccelli, and finally the closer, Gary Krosniak. Your umpires for today's game, joining us from the 1975 pro season, are Art France at home plate, respected. Satch Davidson, semi-strict, semi-questionable at first. At second, we have Nick Colosi, semi-respected and lenient. And at third base, George Maloney, respected, semi-lenient. The managers have completed their lineup cards. Howell, the right fielder for the visiting team from Denver, has been designated as hot. Lipinski has been designated as cold. And for the home team, Jansen is hot and Meek is cold. Let's get started. All right, hey everyone. So thanks for joining me for this special edition of Hands-On Games as I play a game of History Maker Baseball. And this is one of those games that, it doesn't take up a lot of table space, but it's kind of hard to show on a camera. So, you guys are just going to be looking over my shoulder at kind of this weird angle as I play my game tonight. I am using the cards that I created for the third annual Fall Classic Pre-PLAAY that we held that Keith held in Milwaukee, Wisconsin this past weekend. These cards for these teams that you're seeing are actual customer names of Keith's, people that are either interested in or have purchased one of his games and have attended his events. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the Delphi forums and the Play.com subforums over there, That's where these player cards came from. I created them, gave them the abilities and put them at positions that I felt were appropriate. And we played a game with these cards this past weekend and had a blast. And I thought it would be fun for the people that couldn't attend the event and who have cards be able to see themselves play the game. So I am going to be playing as an observer. So I've got my special homemade charts here for if we need to decide if any of the players are going to attempt to steal that's not called out automatically by the book, or attempt an extra base. We'll be able to do that without having any favoritism. We are using the version 4.0 game book, the latest one. I've got my dice tower. I've got one of my custom game boards. I decided to pull out Jack Murphy Stadium. It's a grass field, plays small to both lefties and righties, so we could see a lot of power tonight. And if I feel, I talked about being impartial with this chart, but a lot of people have been talking about the strategy cards on the forums, and if I feel that there's a opportunity to use one of these strategy cards for one of the teams, I will go ahead and do so, because this is all for fun. All right, so here we go. Let's get this thing started. Because this is a static camera presentation, I'm not going to be zooming in on the board or the cards. So I will do my best to narrate the action as best I can. So leading off for Denver, and by the way, one more note before we start. The reason why it's Denver versus Milwaukee, Keith Avallone's card, the closer, is part of one team, so I went ahead and used his hometown to designate the city for that team. That's why they're Denver. And Travis Jansen is part of the other team. He's from Milwaukee, and I figured I'd give the nod to the host city of this recent event. So that's why the teams are Denver and Milwaukee. Okay, leading off for visiting Denver is Fran Larkin. The result is a 3-4-5. Is the catcher iron? No, he's not. Does Fran have a good eye? No, he does not. So it's a strikeout. Fran strikes out for the first out, and Steve Tower is going to the right now chart. And right now, Steve is neutral. He is neither hot nor cold. The pitcher is hot. It's a 1-1. Is it a cold pitcher? No, it is not. Fly out to shallow right field. Had he been cold, it would have been a fence result, which is a possible extra base hit. So fly out to shallow right. That brings up John Howell. And the result is a 1-3-3. Is he a slugger? No, he is not. It's a fly out to left field. He's a home run king, but not a slugger. And just like that, Denver goes down quickly in the top of the first. 1-2-3. Brings up Milwaukee and Art Campana facing Jack Christensen. 1-4-6. Does Jack have the flash quality? Yes, he does. Strikeout. All right, both pitchers lead off the game with a strikeout. Russ Bednarik is up next. It's a 5-5. Is Jack an ace? This decider die says yes, he is. Deep fly out to right field. That could have been trouble. 2 down, and I'm up. 1-2-5. Is the pitcher a struggler? No, he is not. Am I patient? Yes, I am. Base on balls. But we also have an umpire eyeglasses check on a 1-2-5. Is it a questionable or strict umpire at home plate? No, he is respected. So it's still ball 4. And I am not going to check to see if I steal because I am stoic. Travis Jansen is up. Come on, Travis, knock me in. 2-4-6. Does the pitcher have control? Yes, he does. Ground out to pitcher to end the inning. Travis grounds out, and that is the end of the first. 0-0. All right, Bill Blair leads off the top of the second for Denver. It's a 2-5-6. Is the pitcher a struggler? No. Is Bill a champion or patient? No, he is not. Infield drama. We're going to have an infield check. It's an 11. Is the pitcher iron? No, he is not. He is actually neutral. So makes a stab at the mound. Easy ground out. So Bill Blair grounds out. 1-3. Brings up Wayne Anderson. 4-4-5. 4-4-5. Is the pitcher a workman? No, he is not. Is Wayne patient? No, he is not. He grounds out to first base. We'll call that one 3 unassisted. And that brings up Kevin Schwab, catcher for Denver. 4-5-5. Is the pitcher a flash? Joe Bryan is actually a double flash. But it's the third out. So we'll just give Schwab the strikeout and end the top of the second. All right, Michael Owens to lead off the bottom of the second for Milwaukee. 3-3-4. Is the pitcher an ace or a star? He's a semi-ace. The decider die says he's an ace, so that means it's a pop out to first base. 1 out. Okay, Ed Meek comes to the plate, a champion, looking to get a hit. 1-3-5. Oh, that's an unusual result. It's a red 1. So that means we are going to red 1, black 3, the memorable plays in the field chart. Let's see what happens. 1-2. Is the first baseman gold? Let's check. Steve Tower is semi-gold, but the decider die says on this at-bat, he is not. So single for Ed Meek as Steve lets one get by. Ed Meek has no running rating, so we're just going to check the board over here and see if he attempts to steal. He would need to roll a 6, and he does not. All right, so Ed's staying put. That brings up Roger, don't pull me out of the game, Rickman. 5-6-6. Flip back to the main charts. 5-6-6. Is the pitcher wild? No. Does he have a good eye? He does not. So he strikes out. And we're going to the right now chart for Robert Hansen. Bob, sorry. He goes by Bob. We're going to the right now chart. And the pitcher is hot and Bob is neutral. 45. Is it a cold batter? No, it is not, because he is neutral. Ground out to first base. Would have been 2 outs, but so that's the end of the inning. That's the end of the second. Milwaukee gets a hit, but no runs. All right, we're going to move to the top of the third. Joe Bryan has retired the first 6 batters that he's faced. Brian Wojtovich comes to the plate. 2-3-6. Does Joe Bryan have double control? He does not. Is the pitcher batting? No, he's not. And Bryan draws a walk. David Lipinski comes to... Oh, wait. Let's check on Bryan. Let's see if he needs a 6 to go for second, but he doesn't get it. All right. So David Lipinski with the man on first. Triple 5s. Joe Bryan is not an ace, but he is a star, so it's a deep fly out to right field. 1 out. Okay. The pitcher is up, Jack Christensen. We've got 1 out and a man on first. He's going to try to go ahead and bunt him over. So we are going to attempt to bunt. Roll 1 die. And the result is a 6. We're going to roll again. And it's a 2. A 2 says safe at first, fielder's choice, lead runner out. So that attempted bunt does not work. That's 2 outs, and Christensen is at first on a fielder's choice. Hey, in a low scoring game, sometimes you got to play small ball, and sometimes it doesn't work. Fran Larkin comes up, man on first. It's a 4-4-5. Workman, no. Patient, no. Ground out to first base, inning over. All right, scoreless after 2.5. Joe Bryan leading things off for Milwaukee in the bottom of the third. 1-2-5. Pitcher a struggler? No. Is the batter patient? He is not. Ground out to third unless he's a whiffer, and he is, so he strikes out. 1 out. Art is up. Art Campana. Nobody on base. He gets a 2-3-4. Runners on base, plate drama, no runners on base. Is he a hot batter? Art is not hot, so it's a pop out to third. Brings up Russ Bednarik with 2 outs. 4-5-6. Is he patient? No, he is not. Fly out to center field. And we move to the chemistry chart for the next at-bat. But that is the end of the third inning. No score. We've got a nice pitcher's duel going today. The next at-bat, which is Steve Tower, is going to be on team chemistry. Now, the team started today both in semi-harmony, so keep that in mind. So Steve comes up. The result is 1-3. Is the pitching team have harmony? It comes up no. Single, and we're going to the right now chart. So Steve gets himself a single, and he is semi-stoic. Let's see if he's normal or stoic. Oh, he's stoic, so he's not going to attempt to steal. All right, so John Howell comes up, but he's on the baseball right now chart, and Howell is designated as hot for this game. And the pitcher is now cold. So you know what? Just to try to avoid potential disaster, Joe Bryan and Milwaukee, the Milwaukee coach, is going to use the one-on-one pep talk with Joe. So with this strategy card, he at least makes Joe neutral and not cold. All right, so here we go on the baseball right now chart. Hot batter, neutral pitcher. 45. Is it a cold batter? No, it is not. Ground out to first base. Tough break, and that's on a 4. So a ground out on a 4. Runners advance 1 base on ground outs, so 3 unassisted we'll say, and Steve Tower moves to second with 1 out, bringing up Bill Blair. Back to the main charts for Bill Blair. 3-6-6. Is he a pinch hitter? No, he is not. He flies out to center. 2 outs. Wayne Anderson is up. Wayne, 4-5-6. Is he patient? No, he is not. He flies out to center field. And again, we are going to the chemistry chart for the next at bat. But that is the end of the top of the 4th. Still no score. All right, bottom of the 4th. I'm up, but we're going to the chemistry chart, and I'm neither hot nor cold. Same with the batter. So we're both neutral for this at bat on team chemistry. The result is 3-5. Is the pitching team have dissonance? No, they do not. It's a ground out to shortstop. So 1 out. We go to Travis Jansen, semi-hero, semi-slugger, home run king. What can he do? He does a 1-3-5, and that is a black 1, which means we're checking on ballpark qualities. It's a small ballpark. Let's see what happens. 1-4. Is it a small ballpark? Yes. A fan in bleachers celebrates catch of home run ball. Travis Jansen starts the scoring with a solo home run. Way to go, Travis. All right, 1 in, 1 out. So Milwaukee finally breaks through in the bottom of the 4th. Michael Owens is up. 1-2-2. Is the pitcher a workman? No. Is Michael champion or whiffer? He is a whiffer. He gets a nubbed infield single to the third baseman. Wow. All right. And let's see. He's semi-stoic. Let's go ahead and check if he'll be stoic. Yes, he is. He's stoic for this sequence, so he will not be trying to steal second. Brings up Ed Meek with 1 out. Man on first. It's a 1-4-6. Is the pitcher a flash? Yes, he is. Strikes out. 2 outs. Roger Rickman is up. 2 outs. Michael Owens on first. 4-5-5. Is the pitcher a flash? Yes, he is. Strikeout. So Jack Christensen recovers after giving up that solo blast to Jansen. At the end of 4, Denver 0, Milwaukee 1. Let's go to the top of the 5th. Kevin Schwab heading to the plate against Joe Bryan, who's pitching a great game. 2-4-5. Is he a hero? He is not. It's a pop out to second base for the first out. And we are going to the player experience chart. Now, Brian Wojtovich is up. He is a semi-icon. And Joe Bryan is a semi-icon, so let's just let this play out. No manager interference necessary. Semi-icon versus semi-icon. Player experience 66. There's the pitch, and it's a drive to center field. We're going to the fence micro chart. A single die on the other column because Bryan has one of the unique cards in this game, which is no ratings. 1 die. It's a 2. On the other chart is a double. All right. So Wojtovich doing all right. A walk in his first at-bat and double in his second at-bat. That brings up David Lipinski with a man on second. And Wojtovich, you know what? We have to check if he's going to try to steal third. No, only active runners will try to steal third. Okay, so Lipinski's up. 2-4-6. Does the pitcher have control? Yes, he does. The decide or die. Joe Bryan is semi-control. Decide or die says yes. So it's a ground out to the pitcher, and it's a fielder's choice. But let's check the chart here. Let's see. It's a lead die of 2, and there's a runner on second. So the runner holds. So 2 outs. Man on second. The batter, Jack Christensen, is going to take his swings with a man on second. Jack can hit the ball. He's not too bad. Let's see what he does. It is a 1-2-6. Is the pitcher fresh? Decide or die says yes, he is. It's a line out to second. And that is the end of the top of the 5th. They get a man on second, but can't advance him. And we go to the bottom of the 5th, and Bob Hansen is up against Jack Christensen. It's a 1-3-6. Is the pitcher an ace? No, he is not. Decide or die says no. Is the batter whiffer or cold? Let's see. Hansen is not a whiffer or cold, so we go to infield drama. So he got some wood on the ball. 1-6. Is the shortstop gold? The shortstop is no. Fran Larkin is not. He is neutral. He is not gold. So it's a sharp liner through short, base hit. All right. Leadoff batter on for Milwaukee. That brings up Joe Bryan, who's pitching a good game. So let's leave him in. And let's have Joe try to bunt the runner over for another run. So let's roll against the bunt chart. We roll a 4. And 4 says, out at first, runners advance. Okay, so he did his job. He sacrificed Hansen over to second, 1 out. All right, Art's up. Three, 5-5. Is the pitcher struggling? No, he is not. Is Art a champion? No, he is not. So it's a ground out to second base, unless he's a whiffer, which he's not per the decide or die, because he's a semi-whiffer. So it's just a ground out to second, and it's a fielder's choice. So let's see. Lead die 3, man on second, runner holds. So we have a 2 out, man on second, situation for Russ Bednarik. 1, 2, 6. Is the pitcher fresh? Yes, he is. Line out to second. 3 outs, and that's the end of the 5th. Not a lot of scoring. We go to the 6th. This is each pitcher's last inning of semi-freshness. However, if Joe can keep the shutout going, we'll roll in the 7th to see if he remains semi-fresh for the 7th. But let's see what happens in the 6th. We got Fran Larkin going up against Joe Bryan. It's a 1-3-5. That takes us to the ballpark qualities chart. Since it's a black 1, let's see what happens for Fran on this small ballpark. 34. Is it a big ballpark? No. Ground. It would have dropped in the gap for single, otherwise shortstop snags it, ground out. So Fran is 0 for 3 as the leadoff hitter. Here comes Steve Tower. 1 for 2 with a single. 1-5-6. Is he a whiffer? No, he is not. It's outfield drama. Steve knocks into the outfield. Let's see what the question is. 22. Is the center fielder gold? The center fielder for Milwaukee is Rickman, and he's semi-gold. The decider die says no. For this at-bat, he is not gold. So center fielder gold, no. Single, wild throw, batter to second base on error. So Steve Tower gets himself a single, advances to second base on the error. Since he's semi-stoic, there's no chance he will try to steal third. And let's just give Roger the error. And we're going to the chemistry chart for the next at-bat for John Howell. We'll be rolling against chemistry. 1 out, man on second. 1-4. Does the batting team have dissonance? No, they do not. It's a single, and it's on the 1, so it's runners advance 1 base. So it's a single. Tower is going to hold up at third, and we have men on first and third with 1 out, and Joe Bryan is facing his first trouble of the day. Cleanup hitter Bill Blair, home run king, whiffer, is up to bat. He rolls a 2-4-6. 2-4-6 says, does the pitcher have control? No. The decider die says no, he does not. Is the batter eager or sad sack? He is not. It's a base on balls. So we have bases loaded, 1 out, and Wayne Anderson, hero, semi-champion scrapper, is coming to the plate. Now, Joe's in trouble. Let's go ahead. He's already got double flash, so the manager's going to walk to the mound. He's going to talk to Joe, and he is going to use the walk to the pitching mound card to give Joe, actually to remove a quality, because Joe has now given up 2 singles and a walk. That makes him a semi-struggler for this at-bat, and that's not good. So we're walking to the mound, and we're taking away that semi-struggler rating from Joe. And we're going to roll the dice. 3-5-5. Ha! Check it out. That's a struggler check. Luckily, and it would have been, the answer would have been yes with the decider die. So luckily, because of that walk to the mound, Joe escapes a double to left field. Instead, it asks, is Wayne a champion? He is a semi-champion. And the decider die, because I just was using it as an example, we didn't have to use it on the struggler. Champion, semi-champion, that means yes, Wayne Anderson is a champion for this at-bat, and he hits a double to left field anyway. Wayne Anderson coming through and putting Denver on top with a 2-run double. Now, Bill Blair, yeah, he's stoic. He is not going to try to score. So Bill Blair will stop at third. And, yep, stoic. I'm just making sure that make sure I did the base running right. Yep, it's a 2-run double, bringing up Kevin Schwab. And now Joe Bryan is a full struggler. Wow, with only one out. And you know what? Since we've got one game, we want to get as many players as we can in. The manager did his best. He went and talked to Joe, could not help him out. So the home team here is going to go ahead and take Joe out of the game and put a new pitcher in, and they're going to relieve him with Joe Petrofassi, who happens to be an ace. So Joe's day is over. If you guys can hear my dogs growling, they're playing. It's nothing bad is going on. So Kevin Schwab comes up. Let me just mark where Brian left the game and Petrofassi came in. Wow, that turned in a hurry. So Petrofassi comes in, who's going to be a double ace for this first at bat. And it's a 1-2-6. Is he fresh? Yes, line out to second. All right, there's the second out of the inning. Still a man on second and third. Brian Wojtovich comes up. 1-2-4. Control, no. Is he eager? No. Base on balls. All right, that loads the bases again for David Lipinski. Bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the 6, 2 runs already in. 1-2-5. Is he a struggler? No. Is the batter patient? No. It's a ground out to third base. Inning over. But that's 2 runs for Denver. And it's a 2-1 lead at the end of 5.5. Let's go to the 6th. I'm leading it off for Milwaukee against Jack Christensen. It's a 3-3-5. Am I a sad sack? Of course not. It's a single to right field, stolen base, Stoic holds. I am Stoic, so it's just a single, no stolen base. Travis Jansen is up, 1 for 2 with a home run and an RBI. He rolls a 2-6-6. Runner on first, thrown out. Thanks a lot, Travis. All right, so 1 out. Travis is still up as I get picked off of first. 1-4-6. Is Jack a flash? Let's see. Yes, he is. Strikeout. So that's the first strikeout for Travis today. Second out of the inning. Brings up Michael Owens. 1, 2, 3. Both flash and fresh. 6th inning. He is fresh. He's flash. It's a strikeout. All right. So that is the end of 6. 2-1. Denver. Okay, Jack Christensen would be leading off for the Denver team in the top of the 7th, but we're going to go ahead and grab a pinch hitter. Let's get someone else into this game. Let's go ahead and I think we're going to save George Adams. He's the big guns. We'll save him a little bit longer. Let's pinch hit with Dan Rudolph. All right, he's a champion batter, so that bodes well. So Dan will be facing Joe Petrofassi in his 2nd inning of relief. He is now semi-fresh. And let me just make a note that this is Rudolph. Pinch hitting, it's a 2-3-5. Wild, no. Eager, no. Ground out to second base unless he's patient, which he is. So the batter draws a walk. All right, so there you go. There's a good pinch hitting appearance. Draws a walk. We move on to Fran Larkin. One, two, three. Not flash and fresh. It's just a ground out to shortstop. Oh wait, but it's a double play. It's a 6-4-3. Big double play for Denver, bringing up Steve Tower with 2 outs. Actually, it was a big double play for Milwaukee, sorry, against Denver. 2-2-6. Is the batter hit by a pitch? No, he is not. Is it the cleanup batter? No, it is not. It's a fly out to left field, unless he's a whiffer, which he's not, so it's just a fly out to left field. 3 outs. That's the end of 7 for Denver. Bringing up Ed Meek and the Milwaukee team. Now, Christensen is out of the game, so the visiting team needs to bring a new pitcher in. And who are they going to bring in? Who's going to work an inning of relief? I'm curious. I want to see how. Let's see how Tim Plum does in History Maker Baseball. So Tim Plum is coming in to pitch the 7th for Milwaukee. And again, he's facing Ed Meek. Milwaukee looking to get back in this game, down a run. 2-4-5. Is Ed a hero? No, he is not. He pops out to second base. All right, that's one out. And we are going to the player experience chart. Tim Plum is just neutral experience, and Roger Rickman here is a semi-prospect. So let's go ahead and we're going to play a strategy card for Milwaukee to go ahead and even things up. We're going to use the manager influence card. Manager coaching tip to make Roger an icon for this at bat. So let's see how this goes for Roger. Oops, only rolling 2 dice against player experience, so let's re-roll that. 44. Umpire calls timeout to examine discard ball. When play resumes, batter takes ball 4, base on balls. All right, so Roger Rickman draws a walk. He is now 0 for 2 with a walk on the day. Bringing up Bob Hansen. Four, 4, 5. Workman, no. Patient, no, he is not. Ground out to first base. Runners advance 1 base. So, Rickman moves to second. There are now 2 outs with the pitcher coming up to the plate, and they are going to go ahead and pinch hit for Petrofassi. So Petrofassi's day is done. Let's see, who is going to come in from the dugout on the home side and pitch hit for Joe. I think we're going to have John Lowe go ahead and pinch hit. He's a champion. There's 2 outs. We got a man on second. Milwaukee needs to get this run in, so John Lowe is going to go ahead and pinch hit. So test for Tim Plum. He rolls a 3, 5, 6. Are they the same? Lowe is a lefty. Plum is a righty. So the answer is no, they are not the same. Is he utility or sad sack? He is not. It's a single down the first base line. Runners advance 2 bases. This game is tied with a pinch hit single by John Lowe. Huge pinch hit appearance, scoring Roger Rickman. We are now tied at 2 with Art Campana coming to the plate. Man on first. Tim Plum still in the game. Semi-star flash. 166. Is Art a whiffer? Decide or Die says no, but it's still a ground out to third base, and we are going to be moving to the experience chart on the next at bat. But that is it for the 7th inning. But the Milwaukee team ties it up with a clutch pinch hit single by John Lowe. All right, we are going to the top of the 8th. Score tied at 2. John Howell is up. Let's see. Milwaukee needs to bring in a new pitcher. Oops. As I move the boards. New pitcher for Milwaukee will be Charlie Saccelli or Ken Main. Ooh. We're going to bring, with the tie game, boy, we're going to bring Ken Main in. Okay. So Kenny Main comes in. Let's go ahead and mark that. He's a flash pitcher. He's got an interesting card. He's a pitcher and a utility infielder, so kind of a cool card we made for Ken there. He's facing John Howell on the but relief pitcher, so we don't go to experience. We just go right back to the main chart to start off the top of the 8th. And John Howell. 1, 3, 4. Is it a gold catcher? It is Wilson. He is a gold catcher, and so we have a strikeout. So that's why it pays to have a good catcher on that 1, 3, 4. Bill Blair comes up. It's a 2, 4, 5. Is he a hero? He is not. Pop out to second base. And we go to the experience chart. You have a prospect, Wayne Anderson, against the icon, Ken Main. So we're going to go ahead and have Denver use that same coaching chip card to make the player an icon for this at bat. So now each team has used 2 strategy cards. 1, 4. Prospect batter. No, it is not. Bloop single. All right, so a 2-out single for Wayne Anderson. He is now 2 for 4 on the day with a single and a double. Brings up Kevin Schwab. 1, 2, 6. Is the pitcher fresh? Yes, he is. Line out to second base, and that is the end of the inning. All right. Going to the bottom of the 8th, home team. Russ Bednarik is up. New pitcher coming in for Milwaukee. I'm sorry, for Denver. Yes, for Denver. And it's too soon to bring Keith in. So let's go with Brian Arnov. Brian's got an interesting card. He's double flash, but he's wild. So this could be interesting. All right, Russ Bednarik, bottom of the 8th, facing Brian Arnov. 1, 3, 6. Is the pitcher an ace? No, he is not. Is the batter whiffer or cold? He is a whiffer. He strikes out. 1 out. And let me just make sure I note Arnov is in the game. Okay. And I'm up. 1 out. Nobody on. 1, 5, 6. Am I a whiffer? No. Decider die says no, so we go to the outfield drama chart. And we roll on the outfield drama chart, and we get a 2-6. Is the center fielder stoic? The center fielder is Lipinski, and Lipinski is active, so no. The center fielder is not stoic. Makes grab for out, so good job, Lipinski. F8, and we go to Travis Jansen, who is 1 for 3 with the home run and that RBI. He rolls a 3, 3, 4. Is the pitcher an ace or a star? He is not. Is the batter a sad sack? No. So it's a single to left field. Eager batter grounds out, but he is not. So Jansen is now 2 for 4 on the day, but not important unless Michael Owens can keep this inning alive. Ooh, 1, 1, 2. Almost the 1-1. 1, 1, 2. Flash, yes. Strikeout. All right, so Arnov gets out of the inning. And we go to the top of the 9th, tied at 2. Brian Wojtovich is up. Kenny Mayne, since, boy, I hesitate to bring in another pitcher for Milwaukee. They've only got 2 pitchers left, and it looks like we could be going to extra innings. So let's just try to stretch Maine one more, just in case. If anybody gets on base, we'll pull him. I think that sounds good. All right, so Wojtovich is up, top of the 9th, 2, 5, 6. Champion or patient? No. Infield drama. That makes me nervous. 6-6. First baseman Gold. We check Bednarik. He is not gold. It's a bungled play. Batter safe at first on error. Oh, that's the second error from Milwaukee today. This time on Bednarik. Earlier it was on Rickman. So Wojtovich reaches first on E3. All right. I said I was going to do it. We got a man on first. We're taking Maine out. We're going to go ahead and bring our closer in to just try to keep the team in the game. So Gary Krosniak comes in, star, flash, control. And he is facing David Lipinski, semi-scrapper, good eye. Boy, he's a center fielder. Do we have anybody on the bench maybe who could play the outfield and pinch hit? No, we don't. So he's going to go ahead and bat with a man on first. 3-6-6. Is it a pinch hitter? No, it is not. He flies out to center field. So F8. All right. And Aronov is done. And we're going to pinch hit for him. And I think it's time for the visitors to bring out the big gun. It's time for George Adams to come in to face the closer. George is a slugger, home run king, and has a delta rating for a home run. So if there's a time for George to come through, it would be right now. Here we go. Can George pull off some ninth inning heroics for Denver? He rolls a 3-5-5. Is the pitcher a struggler? No. Is the batter a champion? No, he is not. It would have been a double to left field. Instead, it's a ground out to second base. Fielder's choice. So, unfortunately, we have 2 outs. Let's see. Adams is now on first. Wojtovich is tagged out at second, or forced out at second. And Fran Larkin is going to come up to bat for Denver with 2 outs and a man on first. 5-5-6. Is the pitcher an ace? No, he is not. Is the batter a sad sack? No, he's not. It's a double to right field. Oh my. What happens with George Adams? He's stoic. So it's a double to right field. And runners score on doubles, but it's a stoic runner on first base. Stoic runner on first base advances only to second base on any single, third base on any double, except with 2 outs. How many outs out there? There are 2 outs. Unbelievable. George Adams rumbles, stumbles, bumbles around the base paths and scores on a Fran Larkin double in the top of the 9th. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Fran was 0 for 4 going into that at-bat and notches himself a possible game-winning RBI against the star closer, Gary Krosniak. All right, Gary's just going to go ahead and stay in there against Steve Tower. 3-3-6. Is the pitcher an ace? No, he is not. Is the batter a sad sack, utility, or patient? Yes, he is. It's a called third strike. Steve Towers strikes out. That's okay. He's had a good day, 2 for 5. For the third out, Gary pounds his glove in disgust, out of the inning, but gave up the winning run and stands to get the loss, actually. So Denver scores 1 in the top of the 9th, and we go to the bottom of the 9th, Denver leading 3-2. Okay, that means the visiting team is going to bring in their closer. You all know him, you all love him, Keith Avallone. And facing Keith to start off the inning is Ed Meek, followed by Roger Rickman and Bob Hansen. Let's see, in the home dugout, we still have Danny McCubbin, who's a home run king, and he's all that's left on the bench. So it looks like if we get to Bob Hansen, sorry Bob, but Danny McCubbin's going to have to come in and try to get that home run if he can. So Ed Meek will lead things off, though, to start off the bottom of the 9th against Keith Avallone. Couldn't think of a better matchup. He rolls a 4-5-5. Is the pitcher a flash? Keith is not a flash. So we go to 455 Home Run King. No, Ed is not a home run king, so it's a ground out to first base. And that is the first out of the bottom of the ninth. We go to Roger Rickman. Don't worry, Roger. I'm leaving you in there. You are a home run king. Milwaukee needs you. 166 Workman. No. Whiffer? Semi-whiffer. The decider die says yes, and Roger Rickman strikes out. Keith strikes out. Roger Rickman, the judge. All right. We now are down to Milwaukee's last out, down by a run. Robert Hansen, Bob, sorry buddy, but Danny McCubbin. Danny McCubbin is coming in to pinch hit with his home run king whiffer. So he's just going to be swinging for the fences and trying to tie this game up in the small ballpark. All right, here we go. Let me go ahead and make the note. Let me let the suspense last a little bit longer. Okay, here we go. Danny McCubbin, Keith Avalone. Keith toes the rubber. He winds. He deals. It's a 1-3-6. Is the pitcher an ace? Yes, he is. It's a strikeout unless the batter has a good eye. He does not. Keith Avalone strikes out Danny McCubbin to end the game in dramatic fashion. And that's it. Your final. Denver 3, Milwaukee 2. I'll be back in a second with the final lines. Hey, before we do the final line scores, let me just apologize to Lenny LaFrance over here for the visiting Denver squad who did not get in the game. But Lenny, I was trying to save you in case you went to extra innings. You were the last pitcher the team had left. Same thing for Charlie over here for the winning team. You're the only player not to get in the game. Charlie, again, relief pitcher, just in case you went to extra innings. I apologize, but appreciate everybody following along. Okay, so as we look at my chicken scratch for tonight's game, we see that the final line is 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for Denver. 2 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors for Milwaukee. Neither of the 2 errors for Milwaukee led to any runs. So Russ and Roger, you can sleep well knowing you didn't cost the team your game. The lines for the game: Joe Bryan, 5 1/3, 2 earned runs, 5 hits, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. Petrofassi, inning and 2/3, no earned runs, no hits, no strikeouts, and 2 walks. Ken Main, 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. And Krosniak gets the loss, 1 inning pitched, 1 earned run, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. For the visiting Denver squad, Christensen, 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 5 hits, 7 strikeouts, and a walk, so good quality start. Tim Plum, 1 inning pitched, 1 earned run, 1 hit, 1 walk. Brian Aronov gets the win, 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and with the save, Keith Avalone, 1 inning pitched, 2 strikeouts. Player of the game goes to Fran Larkin, who in the top of the ninth knocked a 2-out double, scoring George Adams, lumbering, bumbling, stumbling around the bases on a 2-out double. Exciting game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's not the most visually appealing production when you're just watching a static presentation like this, but I had a lot of fun. I'm really glad we got such a good game. I hope you guys enjoy these cards. If you didn't know, you can get a set of these cards just by subscribing to the latest PLAAY.com newsletter. Keith has a link to these cards in the newsletter. So if you're not already a subscriber, just go ahead and reach out to Keith at PLAAY.com and he will set you up. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave me comments down below. Tell me what you thought of this, and I'm hoping this satisfies people's requests for additional playthroughs of History Maker Baseball, one of the best baseball games on the market. If you're new to the channel and you have questions about this game, hit me up here on YouTube or find me over on the Delphi forums. Just look for the PLAAY.com subforums. All right, guys, until next time, you guys have a great one. See ya.